Well, it's hard to believe America's Got Talent has been around for 15 seasons now, and we've enjoyed cheering on local contestants like Christina Wells, Ketchy, and recently, friend of Houston Life, Michael Yo.
That is right, but there's another Houston connection on this season's show. Country singer Kameron Ross, and you might recall his audition from a few weeks ago and what Judge Simon Cowell had to say. Here's a clip.
Learn that happiness on earth ain't just for high achievers, I've learned.
Okay, I'd like you to do something for us.
Okay.
I want you to sing a cappella.
Okay.
And I want you to prove the point you've been wanting to prove. I want you to stand out.
Okay, absolutely. Yes, sir.
Did you see the movie is over? Well, I guess we missed the last half. Just laying here in this bed together. Me kissing you, you kissing me back.
Oh my gosh, my heart is pounding right now. I'm so nervous watching this again. Spoiler alert, in case you missed that show, Kameron went on to wow all three judges with his a cappella performance and is headed to the live shows next week.
And we have him joining us now via Zoom. Hi, Kameron. We know you're in LA preparing for the big show. Thanks for joining us here on Houston Life.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. I'm excited to be on.
You know, we are so excited to brag on you. I always say there is a Houston connection to every big story, and your voice is so incredible. I'm going to share a personal story with you because on your audition, I actually was cooking at home. I was making dinner, and I had AGT on in the back, and so I heard your story, and I heard you come out, and then when Simon put up his arm, I could tell by, you know, your facial expression, my heart sank for you because I thought, oh my gosh, come on, Kameron, you can do it. And when you took that breath and you had a moment, but man, you belted it out and I got chills in my kitchen. I got chills again right here. Do you even recall what went through your brain in that moment?
It was very surreal. You're used to seeing that only on TV while you're watching the show, and to actually be in the moment was very different. I just remember standing there. As soon as he raised his arm, I thought, okay, he's going to ask me thanks, but no thanks, and ask me to exit the stage and maybe try another year. But when he asked me to sing a cappella, I tried to pull it together as well as I possibly could. I just remember standing there, and I couldn't remember the lyrics to the song until I remember that first word. And as soon as I remembered that, it just all came out, and all my nerves were kind of settled after that.
Wow.
So
Talk about performing under pressure, Kameron. You certainly seemed cool, calm, collected, and you have a lot of fans here in Houston. Some of those fans include your family. You were born and raised here in Houston, and I understand it was 8 years old. You went to the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, and after seeing Shania Twain, that is what inspired you to pursue a singing career.
it is. So yeah, I grew up in Oak Forest. And I didn't stray too far from the neighborhood growing up and over there. And then, it's been a great experience. And I love my Houston life, and everybody there, and my family's been one of my biggest supporting systems that I could ever have. And very, very, very grateful to have a family like that.
We just saw a picture of you and your mom hugging in that special moment. Such a sweet picture. You grew up in the Oak Forest, Garden Oaks area. That is crazy. What schools did you go to, or did you move before you actually went to school here?
So I went to Oak Forest Elementary.
Awesome.
Clifton, and then I went to Waltrip. My parents actually went to Waltrip as well.
Oh my gosh, where Patrick Swayze went.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's back up to 2006, because early on, you actually had an album that was produced by T.G. Shepherd and Kelly Lane called When I'm Done Lovin' You. And I know that, you know, every career in entertainment, you have ups and downs. But back during that time, I understand, Kameron, you felt like something was just off. Something wasn't right.
Yeah, so around that time, I put out the album. I had some very, very good hype with the album. And it was such a great experience. T.G. Shepherd and Kelly Lane both, and being in the studio in Nashville was just absolutely, it's just a dream come true. And then right around the same time, if we fast forward maybe a year or so past that, I start to come to truce with myself and try to figure out who I am as a person and come to truce with the fact that I'm gay. And so it kind of was one of those things, is being in the country music world and then being gay at the same time. You start to think of kind of people you've looked up to, like Ty Herndon, who has come out and said that once he's come out as gay, it's made his career just a little bit difficult in the country music world. And so you start running through all these different scenarios. Is this something I should come out with, or should I be accepting of myself, or should I still chase my dream and kind of put who I am on the back burner and not really come to truce with myself in that sense? So a lot of things that go through your mind during that time, and I can now say that I am loving who I am as a person, that I'm completely open with who I am as a person, and wanting to kind of really do it in this country music industry and kind of prove to myself and to the world that, this is possible, and, there shouldn't be any reason anybody should not stick to who they are as a person and go for their dreams,
Well, we are so glad that you found your way back to country music and comfortable in your own skin. Your voice is absolutely amazing, and we're so proud of you to see you on that big stage of AGT and represent not only who you are as a person, but the great state of Texas. And you really do credit your family and your pastor with that support, don't you?
Absolutely. Like my mom is probably bawling her eyes out right now. I can almost guarantee you that. Good crying though. But my sister's tuning in from work, and all of them are just like, I have the best family, and completely grateful for them supporting me when it comes down to growing up, and my parents taking away from their weekends to add to mine and driving all over Texas to sing, so for them to take that initiative to really help push me forward with my music and continue to support me through there, and very supportive of me coming out as gay, it means the world. So they literally could not be blessed with a better family.
Kameron, we should also point out, during COVID, working on a national primetime show like this, your supportive partner, Leo, your family, of course, you have a day job, sales director for a tech company. I know right now you're in LA because you're there for the live shows, but how are you, even making this scheduling work? And when do you sleep, if you do at all?
So it's hard to sleep some nights, but it's gotten a little bit easier as we've gone into competition. So unfortunately, with COVID taking place, I did end up losing my position as a sales director. So I worked in the hospitality industry as a sales director. And so that kind of took a big hit with everybody traveling. And unfortunately, I did lose my position there. But it was one of those things that I don't see it as a negative thing at all. I just see it as something that, it put forward and put light on the fact that this is my time to do what I wanted to be doing musically, and it all just fell into place the way it should. And I couldn't be happier with the way it fell into place. But I will say it was very hard, and I look back at my schedule now, and if I still had that position, I don't know how I would be doing it.
Right.
It would be extremely difficult.
Well, I always say, too, things happen for a reason. So you're smiling all the way through it. Okay, what's next as you're gearing up for these live shows?
So I can't say too much about the live shows. I will say that I'm very, very excited. So my excitement over this week has gotten even more and more just over the top with my excitement. And then I will say that I've never seen something like America's Got Talent is doing with the show now, and it's going to be absolutely phenomenal. I definitely cannot wait. It's hard to keep secrets, but it's definitely one to watch, and it's going to be a great show, and I'm very, very excited for everything to take place next week and on the next few weeks.
Okay, Kameron, that's a good tease. We've got to leave it right there, but we are so proud of you. You are proudly representing our city and making us look good here in Houston and in Texas, so best of luck, and we'll be closely following your career.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And to all of our viewers, you can follow Cam's journey on America's Got Talent when the live shows start on Tuesday. Good luck, Cam.
Good luck. We'll be right back.